AP Companies is a medical service company. So we arrange medical care in different parts of the world. And for sure, a population or a group of people who we service are crew members. So worldwide, we have a network of about 38,000 providers. Those are doctors and hospitals and labs or private clinics. So with the help of those providers, we arrange any type of medical services for the crew members. Right. Well, we are trying to raise people's awareness about the importance of the crew members' health. And CMA is one of the biggest conferences in the industry. So we're really spreading the word of how important it is to take good care of the crew members and especially of their health, to keep them happy and healthy, and finally leading that to a safer and better environment at sea. And here at the conference, we are talking about different ways how the crew members are being serviced, what type of medical care they need. So specifically at our seminar tomorrow, we'll be covering servicing crew members at the sea or in the ports of call, providing care in the home countries in case they have to be signed off the ship for a medical leave. Then we would be managing their care in the home country until they are fit for duty and able to return back on board. And finally, we are addressing the questions about pre-employment and re-employment medical examinations. So it is extremely important to make sure that the crew is fit for duty before they are joining the ship, because that saves a lot of money and time and efforts from the ship owners, and definitely make sure that the crew is fit for working on board. And for the crew members' safety, that's extremely important. That's a very interesting and very important question as well. We have noticed that in the past several years, the shipping industry in general has been experiencing quite difficult times. Because of the oil prices, the ship owners and the manning companies, they have been putting a lot of efforts on saving the costs, reducing the costs, and unfortunately one of the areas where the ship owners have to reduce the cost is their expenditure on the healthcare. And that really touches the insurance which they used to buy for their seafarers. It's for the expenditure in the ports of call which they make, and as a result of that cost-saving strategy, a number of times the seafarers might be not having sufficient medical care or medical care of a high standard. So we have noticed that trend, and at the same time we are helping the ship owners to address it and precisely to do the effective medical care management at the most reasonable prices. So we, as a cost containment company, putting all our efforts so that the seafarers would get the best quality of medical care in any part of the world at the most reasonable price. And through our healthcare network, it makes it easier and possible to do. So that's the trend which we have been facing. That's the trend we have been addressing. And in the future, we would say that it's important to pay sufficient attention at this area of crew members' environment, and health is important to take care of. Okay, well, I would say that the ship owners, while they understand the importance of taking care of the crew members' health and addressing the costs, it's good to really revisit what is the existing structure and how their medical services are being provided. Are they provided by the port agent? Are they provided by the setup where the crew member have to find themselves an appropriate medical provider, or in any other way? So we would recommend that in whatever way it is being arranged at the moment, it's good to revisit it, analyze it, and find a professional partner who would be able to do it efficiently, quickly, with the highest standards and the most reasonable costs. So really revisit, restructure, and choose the right partner for the best quality.